Hey everybody, welcome into Life with Annie. I'm just melting some butter back here on this back burner. So a couple weeks ago, I made a recipe that Life with the Hurls had shared. And it was for a sheet pan meal. And y'all, that thing was so good. It was delicious. It really was. So I thought I'd do it again this week, but I'm going to use a different protein. Last time when I did it, it was chicken. And so I thought I had some pork chops thawed out, and I thought that I would do the pork chops. So hold on one second. Let me put y'all on pause, and I'll be back in just a second. I forgot to grab some. Okay, so what I needed to do is I'm making Mama her own little meal, and so I forgot to get out my little dish. I'm going to send this meal over to her uncooked. That way it's nice and fresh when she decides she wants to eat it, and she probably will eat it in the next day or two. The other thing I wanted to do is I've left one so y'all can kind of see, but these are really thick, boneless pork chops. And I usually cut them in half and make, two smaller pork chops. So that's what I'm going to do. I've already done the others, but we like them a little thinner. We get these from Butcher Box. So we just prefer them thinner, but you can use a thick one. So let me get this one finished. Okay. So let me wash my hands, and then we'll come back and put the rest of our sheet pan meal together. And I'll show you what I'm going to use for the sauce this time, what seasonings. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I drained my can of beans. I drained my can of corn. I'm going to put a few beans here in Mama's. She doesn't eat a lot, but and y'all, if you didn't try this, I hope you go back and try it, because I loved it. And it was so easy that it's just an easy meal to make. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's really overcast here. We have had several days of rain, and I'm loving it. I'm not complaining at all. And I think it's supposed to be like this kind of throughout the week. So now let me put a little bit of corn in hers. Make sure I get all this out. I have her another plate. I cooked a meal yesterday, so it's pre-cooked. I'm going to take that one to her, and then I've got this one that will be something all she has to do is pop it in the oven. Okay, so we got those two veggies. And then I thought we'll just add a few of these potatoes. Now, these are the potatoes that I buy, and they're so good. I cook them at breakfast time sometimes, and I thought let's just add a few potatoes on here. There we go for hers. And we'll just do so that we have plenty left over for lunch. We got that. Okay, so here is Mama's little meal, and here's ours. So I've already got my stick of butter melted here. Let me turn this burner on. So I've got a pot here. I'll show you, of chicken. So I'm cooking this for Thunder and Lucy. So I fixed them a big thing of hamburger meat last week. So this week they're gonna have some chicken. All right, so we've got Mama's right there. We've got ours here. And then I've got my stick of melted butter here. And what I'm gonna do is, let me put a thing down. I don't wanna burn my little thing. So I've got one whole stick of butter melted in this pan. And then, like I said, I didn't have any of the ranch seasoning. So I thought, well, I'll just make up my own little seasoning blend. So I've got some lemon pepper. And I've got some garlic. And when I throw in a little bit of paprika, you could put onion powder. You could put a spicy seasoning in it. But we're going to do this way. And I'm going to put some fresh cracked pepper because I love pepper. And I'm not going to add any extra salt because the lemon pepper probably has some salt in it. And we can always add salt as we need it. So this is my little blend today. I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but it's got a little bit of an orangey tinge to it. And I'm just going to drizzle this over the entire meal. Bring hers over. Move that out of the way. Okay, and then we'll come over to ours and just drizzle it over. So I don't bake pork chops very often. I usually like my pork chops fried, but we're going to try it with the pork chops and see how they turn out. And the thing about this meal is when this butter melts in the oven and gets all over your, it just kind of gets underneath everything. It is so good. It's so good. Get some of these seasonings in hers. All right. And I'm going to put it in my oven. And everything cooked, I know some people were saying, well, does the canned vegetables cook too long in there with the chicken? And no, it was delicious. All right, so there are our meals. So this one is Mama's with her buttery seasoned sauce all over it. So I'm just going to cover this, put it in the refrigerator for her, and I'll take it to her when I get her. I don't know if I'm going tomorrow, and I'll take it over to her, and she will have that meal plus one that I made yesterday for her. And I found these in the grocery store. These were in the freezer section. They're Callie's Hot Little Biscuits, and they had sharp cheddar, and then they had something with chives. And Matt thought he might like this. So we're going to try these. I've never tried them before. So we're going to bake these in the oven. I will probably take one or two out and wrap it, because you're supposed to wrap them in foil and then bake them. I'll put it in foil, and then I'll take it over with this, and then she can put this whole meal in her oven, and hopefully she'll enjoy it. So let's see what these look like. Okay, so you get 2, 4, 6 little biscuits. That's what they look like. So that's going to be our meal tonight. This is going to be her meal in the next day or so, and I hope it's as good as the last one. Now, like I said, the other one, you can go to Life with the Hurls, and that's HEARL''S. She's trying to get that title corrected without apostrophe S, but it takes a while with Facebook. But she has the printed recipe on there using the ranch seasoning, the ranch dressing, the dry packet mix with the butter. But like I say, I don't have that today, so I just put my own spices together. You could really add a bunch of spices in here if you wanted to. And this is what we're going to have for supper tonight. So while the chicken's cooking for Lucy and Thunder. So anyway, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'll try to show our plates tonight when that is ready. And hope you're having a great day. I hope it's cooled off where you are. It is really cooled off here. We've been like in the 70s, low 80s, and no sun. And usually we want sunshine, but we've needed some cooler weather. It's just been extremely hot here and dry. So I'm not complaining. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day and have a great supper. Bye, everybody. Okay, so here is our finished sheet pan meal. And I've got our pork chops look great. We've got our green beans, our corn, our potatoes, and then back there I made some of the Callie's hot little biscuits. I have not tasted them, but I didn't know Callie was in the biscuit making business. All right, everybody, it's gonna be good. It's looking good. Okay, there is my plate, and I'm hungry, so let's go eat.